From the East Coast to the West Coast and from all around the world, thrill seekers of all ages are drawn to America's roller coaster, Cedar Point. Known for its astonishing array of exhilarating rides and world-class roller coasters, Cedar Point is a coaster lover's paradise. To truly appreciate these engineering marvels that populate Cedar Point today, let's take a trip back in time. In 1892, Cedar Point built a ride that forever set the course of history for this Lake Erie Peninsula. The Switchback Railway stood a then unbelievable 25 feet tall and reached the remarkable top speed of 10 miles per hour. Later, more well-known coasters would grace the Cedar Point skyline. One such coaster was the classic Cyclone. Cedar Point's version of the timeless Coney Island Cyclone was scientifically built for speed and was advertised as the fastest roller coaster in the world in 1929. Little would it be known back then that those meager rides would be the precursors to the steel and wooden behemoths that dominate the Midway today. Today, Cedar Point has roller coasters for everyone and is home to more top-rated roller coasters than any place else on Earth. Kids of all ages can enjoy a fanciful ride on 2 junior coasters. And Frontier Town Cedar Creek Mine Ride is a half-mile of runaway mine train excitement. Disaster Transport takes riders on a dark journey through action-packed twists and unexpected turns. The Fast Action Wildcat features quick dips and hairpin turns for riders in individual 4-person cars. If you're yearning for a trip down memory lane, just walk over to Cedar Point's oldest operating coaster, the Blue Streak. Named after the local high school sports team, this classic Woody is a definite can't miss. From the clackety-clack sound of each train climbing the chain lift to the unbeatable airtime over the Camelback Hills, this 1964 vintage screamer has withstood the test of time. In 1976, Cedar Point began its habit of breaking world records when the corkscrew debuted over the Midway. That's right, over the Midway. This twisting thrill machine was the first roller coaster to send riders upside down 3 times, twice over the heads of anxious onlookers. Not to be outdone, the Gemini opened in 1978 as the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world. Gemini is unusual in that it has 2 parallel tracks, which gives riders the sensation of racing. Iron Dragon takes its guests on a delightful ride above the treetops and over a misty lagoon in cars suspended from the track above. In 1989, Cedar Point set the amusement industry on fire when it built the world's first hypercoaster, the Magnum XL 200. This steel giant stands 205 feet tall and breaks most legal highway speed limits at 72 miles per hour. Consistently rated as the #1 steel roller coaster in the world, the Magnum was the first roller coaster ever to break the 200-foot barrier. The giant Mean Streak was the largest wooden roller coaster in the world when it opened in 1991 and is still among the largest. Made out of 1.7 million board feet of southern yellow pine, it is as much a joy to look at as it is to ride. It's a virtual forest of hills, thrills, and chills. Another coaster that reaches enormous heights and set record-breaking speeds is Raptor. Starting near the end of the 1993 season and opening in 1994, Raptor was the first construction project in over 30 years to drastically change the look of Cedar Point's traditional main midway. That time, it was the tallest and fastest inverted roller coaster ever built. And flying at a top speed of 57 miles per hour, this inverted monster takes its passengers upside down 6 times, including a first-of-its-kind Cobra roll. Get ready to stand up and scream on Madness. Guests ride Madness standing up. This unique ride gives thrill seekers a sensation like no other. Scream down the 145-foot first hill into a wild 119-foot tall vertical loop, and then through 5 more outrageous elements. Madness is definitely one big bug you'll love to mess with. In 2000, Cedar Point took roller coaster riding to the extreme. Bridging the millennia, Millennium Force was the largest construction project ever undertaken at Cedar Point. Looming a mind-numbing 310 feet above the midway and with a top speed of an insane 93 miles per hour, Millennium Force is definitely a force to be reckoned with. This steel giant takes its eager riders on a wild journey over 6,595 feet of brilliant blue track. Termed a Giga Coaster for its outrageous height, Millennium Force broke an amazing 10 world records when it debuted, stunning thrill seekers from around the world. In 2002, Cedar Point gave its guests another reason to twist and shout with the debut of Wicked Twister. Located along the scenic Cedar Point beach, Wicked Twister launches its passengers 215 feet into the air on a U-shaped track at speeds of up to 72 miles per hour. But that's not all. Both towers twist 450 degrees, providing one of the most unique ride experiences ever. Cedar Point stunned thrill seekers yet again in 2003 with the introduction of Top Thrill Dragster. Built during the winter of 2003 at a cost of $25 million, Top Thrill Dragster was one of the single largest investments in Cedar Point history. Racing off the starting line to a top speed of 120 miles per hour and skyrocketing to a stratospheric 420 feet above the earth, Top Thrill Dragster opened as the tallest and fastest roller coaster ever created. But enough of all this talk. Let's sit back, relax, and hold on to our assist bars while we take a few rides on some of your favorite Cedar Point roller coasters. Welcome to Wicked Twister. For your safety and the safety of other riders, please listen carefully to these instructions. Please sit facing forward in an upright position with your back and shoulders against the seatbelt. And hold onto the grab bars until the ride comes to a complete stop.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you for riding Wicked Twister, and enjoy the rest of your day at Cedar Point.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Are you ready for the highest and fastest coaster in the world? Are you ready for Top Thrill Dragster?
Keep arms down, head back, and hold on. Arms down.
Sit upright, facing forward, and hold on tight, keeping your hands, arms, and legs inside the car at all times. Thank you, and enjoy your record-breaking ride on Millennium Force.
Oh my gosh! Here we are! Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Welcome back, riders. How was your ride? At this time, please unfasten your seatbelt. When the train comes to a complete stop, lift up on your yellow restraint bar and exit carefully to your right down the exit ramp or stairs. Thank you for riding Millennium Force and enjoy the rest of your day at America's roller coaster, Cedar Point.